Hello everybody, this is Leo Brady with AMovieGuy.com. I am really super excited to be here today with Wendi McLendon-Covey. She is here promoting her new film, Elemental, and you guys know her from Reno 911 or the Goldbergs. Thank you for being with me here today.
I'm honored. Thanks for having me.
So real quick, you have, as we said, you've had roles on Reno 911, the Goldbergs. You keep finding new ways to invent yourself, playing very different characters.
Right.
What do you attribute to your ability to do this?
You know, I would say it's my training at the Groundlings Theater. You guys have Second City out here, which is a huge deal.
Yep.
And in LA, the Groundlings was, at least when I was coming up, it was like the only game in town. So that's where I learned about, you want to do things differently all the time. You don't want to be stuck doing the same thing constantly. But then you get out in the real world of acting and you're like, oh my God, I'm so happy to get anything. Because you work so damn hard auditioning all the time. So I'm lucky that I have been able to diversify and do different things. But believe me, I never take this for granted. I know it could all go away at any time. That's just the nature of our business. So I'm lucky that I've had some good breaks.
Yeah, well, and speaking of breaks too, a lot of people know you from Bridesmaids and Barb and Star, Go to Vista Del Mar. You've worked twice with Kristen, Wiig, and AMovieGuy.com. What is it about the two of them, their writing, their work, that continues to sort of keep you around as well?
Listen, whenever those girls call, I will show up, okay? I will wear my own clothes, bring my own lunch, whatever I have to do to work with them.
Yeah.
And I think the great thing about them first is that we're friends,
right?
Okay, we were all broke together, we were all struggling at the same time, and just writing our asses off at the Groundlings and trying to come up with characters. And one great thing about that place is that I found the women there to be extremely supportive.
Yeah.
And that is, opposite to what a lot of people think about women. And I made a lot of really good friends there. So the fact that they met there formed such an amazing partnership and friendship. Like they know how to capture lightning in a bottle. And the great thing is they are not anything other than themselves. They write to please themselves. And it resonates with people, and it translates to the screen. I mean, come on.
Great comedy every time. Well, and it's interesting too. I mean, we talked a little bit about you sort of spreading your wings, but you haven't just stuck to comedy. I mean, you were in Sylvie's Love, which is like such a really beautiful movie, and now here you're doing animation, which you're not a stranger to as well. How have you sort of worked to like expand yourself even a little bit away from the comedy world, so that people are like, hey, yeah, this woman, she's a jack of all trades.
Oh yeah, and I'm about to do a pretty heavy drama like in a couple of weeks that I'm also producing.
Wow.
And the thing is that I love to work, and I'm not comfortable taking a lot of time off. So I'm always in the game. One of the biggest, jokes in our business, and it's not really a joke, is that if you want to book a job, buy a plane ticket. I never go anywhere. I work. Yeah. So for better or worse, that's what keeps me, moving and shaking and, building that resume. But I am a little tired. I will say that. But yeah.
After 10 years of the Goldbergs too, right?
Yeah. I mean, which was a blessing, an absolute blessing. But even during that time, on my downtime, I counted and I did like 20 movies and a bunch of animation. Like I've worked my ass off over the past 10 years. So,
right.
You just have to keep hustling.
Yeah.
Not get too comfortable.
Right. Well, you talked about working in animation. We're talking about Elemental here. Working with Pixar, not technically your first run. You did an episode of the Cars show at one point, I believe.
I did.
So for you getting to be a part of now a Pixar movie, a legit movie, how did that feel for you to sort of say, I get to be amongst the Toy Stories and the Wall-E's of the world?
that is like the biggest bucket list thing of any actor is to get that call from Pixar.
Yeah.
I mean, I said yes before I even knew what it was. I think someone said Pix, and I said, So, you know, like I'll play an ant on a pile of trash if that's what I have to do. I'm in it to win it with Pixar. And the thing is their quality is so amazing. And you know you're going to cry happy tears at the end. Or anywhere in a Pixar movie. And you know you're going to feel better walking out of the theater than you did when you came in.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is going to be like the best quality. It's like you can't say yes fast enough.
Right. Well, and your character is Gale. Saw a little bit of a clip. Now, when you're stepping into the booth to like sort of develop this character to sort of bring Gale to life, she's kind of a big cloud of wind, big sports nut. What are you thinking about? Are you channeling a relative, maybe an old teacher of some kind?
Now, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what they wanted. I was like, she's a big cloud? What does that sound like? So I had to kind of just trust the process and go in and let Peter Sohn, our director, whose story this is, just steer me in the right direction, because I had no earthly idea what they wanted. Did they want a big character voice? No, that's not what Pixar does, really. They kind of stick to your own voice.
Oh, interesting.
So that was interesting. Like, does my voice match a big fluffy clown? I don't know, but they cast me. I didn't just walk in here on my own. So, but yeah, I wish I could tell you there was some big exploration, but it was literally like, Peter, tell me what you want and I will deliver. I will do whatever you say.
Well, I love that. All right, so before we wrap up, as we talked about the Goldbergs, you know, I saw you getting teared up on Jimmy Kimmel and things of that nature. I mean, talk about sort of what that show has meant to you. I know it's been a couple weeks now since the last final episode. Have you been able to sort of take a deep breath and say, I am really proud of that, and now I hope to move on to the next thing?
Yeah. That was so hard. It was so hard. And we weren't sure it was coming, but I mean, when you've been on for 10 seasons, you kind of know.
Not everybody's the Simpsons, right?
Yeah. Well, come on, yeah. My God. That's my next big thing that I would like, is a 30-year animated show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we found out that we were getting canceled maybe 4 days after we finished. So we had kind of said our goodbyes, but we were hopeful, because you never know.
Right.
So then our wrap party was a real bummer. But how lucky am I that I got to do that for 10 years?
Yeah.
And then they sent me on like a farewell tour. Dear God, do you know how many studios I cried in?
Just
like,
Waterworks, bring the tissue.
Yeah, like, please, what are you doing to me? But it was important to start it the right way and finish it the right way.
100%. So many shows don't even get to do that, and I think like that shows a big sign of just like your character and what the impact it's sort of made in television today.
Thank you. But it, you know, we all grew up together.
Yeah.
And you know, despite everybody's best intentions, I might not see them again.
Right.
Not because of anybody's fault, just life happens. And so, but we always have it on Hulu, and you know, whenever I feel wistful, I know I can always just tune into that. You know, but I am proud of us, because we were working against it sometimes.
Yeah.
We had some issues, but I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, you should be. Well, Wendi McLendon-Covey, thank you so much for talking with me today. Everybody can see you in Elemental, which is going to be in theaters on June 16th. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome.